Now that we kind of went over all of that, we're gonna, obviously we don't want to run the machine without the strip belts, but we can then go over to the machine itself. So whenever you make a change, any single change, you'll notice this save button. If it's a save, if you made a change and you want to make sure to save it, so that way the next time you come back to this part, you can just select the part and run. Always hit that save button, right? Hit that save button. See how it's grayed out now? That means there are no changes to be saved, right? As soon as I make any change, say that's a 9-inch piece, there you go. Hit that save button. You guys mostly work in inches, metric?
Inches.
Inches? Okay, depends on the customer, So right here, just in case if it ever gets unselected, it's in metric. Note that all the Arctos machines are actually programmed in metric, so get correct. So they're always just a little bit more accurate. If you notice any time that you enter a value, and I'll go over again, I showed you kind of how to check a range of a value, right? Let's just say the range of the value is up to, that 86.6 for the wire feed, and we'll go into that in just a second. You enter 86.6, and then it says limit error. It's probably because it's rounding just above the technical, because again, it's in metric, right, and you're in standard. So know that if you try and enter like the limit and it won't let you enter the limit, just go a little bit underneath, because again, or change it to metric, see what the metric limit is, enter the metric limit because it will be accurate, and then just switch it back to inches, right? Either or, So just note about that, right? The next step is the part properties. So, you have your drop down of parts already in the system, right? Note that MDI, right? And MDI is on that CR22. When you turn that CR22 on, it always defaults to, yeah.
Yep.
Right. MDI is for manual data input. So whatever changes I make right now, so I'm just going to say that's a 5, and this is a 2, and this is 9, and this is a 10, and then we're whatever wire, let's just say this is a the strip diameter is 0.45, right? I hit that save button, right? Now if I close that software, open it back up, it didn't save anything.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
Manual data input does not save it.
So you have to click a different program in order for it to save.
Correct, yeah. If you're actually in a part, it will, and then hit the save button and you made those changes, it will actually save. So one thing that I personally like to do is I will set up the part in manual data input, then go into your part properties, create a new part, and it will copy all those values.
Okay.
That makes sense, right? So obviously, hey, we're gonna want, we did the test wire. Oh, nope, not that one. Test wire. I'm gonna change that back to 1. Then these values, which it did save the wire diameter, because the wire diameter is specific to this wire selected, right? So that's why that actually saved, but none of these other values saved. So we're just going to change all of these back to 0, and then we'll just say, I think it's like an 18-inch piece, right? 18-inch piece. Hit that save. So if you actually, hey, I set the part up and this is what I actually want to run. What I always recommend, if you're in, again, MDI, manual data input, is to select the part properties here and then hit new, and we'll just say this is the test wire. Now obviously you guys have your own system, and once we're done with this, we can actually we'll set this up for an actual run. Once we get those strip blades, and we'll set this up, have you guys run and set this one of your parts up with your own system and all that. All right. So test wire, always, what I like to do, there's the apply green check mark and the X. What I always recommend doing is apply will save without closing the window, green check mark saves and closes the window, X does not save and closes the window. I always recommend hitting just apply green check mark.
So that way you know.
Yep, that way you know. Right? Always get in that habit. Right? There you go.
Apply and check mark.
Yep.
Always get in the habit of doing it.